Here's your Storm Track 7 forecast.
Well, we continue to see the strong storms and heavy rainfall rolling through this morning. Some areas will pick up over an inch of rain, and we're going to have to watch those wind gusts. It could be around or up to 60 miles per hour, and that could cause damage. So we'll keep an eye on that through this morning, but again, should stay fairly wet. The rain and storms are slow to track out to the southeast, but they do that by noon. And then the sunshine will quickly take over from there. So completely sunny skies for the second half of today. Basically through the rest of the weekend, it's going to be a clear or a sunny sky. We'll have that all the way into Sunday night. And that will help to warm things up along with the winds that are going to take shape as well. We're going to see this south-southwest wind about 15 to 25 miles per hour, gusting to 35. And it's going to be a very consistent wind. Even at night, we're going to see it in that range, and it'll be 15 to 25, gusting to 35 all weekend long. That direction of wind really brings in some warm air and some high humidity. Here's a look at the high temperatures, 92 today, even with all the rain and storms this morning. But then Saturday, Sunday with sunny skies all day long, we're talking mid to upper 90s. Not quite record-setting highs, but it is pretty rare to get that hot. We almost never see 100-degree temperatures, so we'll be within a few degrees of that. Still pretty hot on Monday, high of 93, and then the south wind continues, but temperatures are more so mid to upper 80s. That says the rain and the clouds take over for next week. We'll talk about that here in a second. Humidity is going to jump up today to the low 70s. That's the uncomfortable category. The air will be very thick, very humid, and it's going to stay there pretty much through the next 5 days, even all the way out through Tuesday. So then you have to look at the heat index, what it feels like on the skin. We're going to be into the upper 90s rather for today. Not quite heat advisory criteria for most, but we are close, and it is going to be you need to take caution with that kind of heat and humidity. But then getting into the dangerous category for Saturday and Sunday with the heat index around 105 degrees. We'll stay pretty hot and humid on Monday, and then the temperatures come down to bring that heat index down on Tuesday. So as we go through this weekend, we have the heat advisory in effect for our entire area. Again, peak heat indices between about 100 and 105, especially Saturday and Sunday. But we may see it in parts of the viewing area today, especially out west, and then in our southeast into Monday, too. Beyond that, you look at the bigger view, there's an extreme heat warning out to western Iowa and into Minnesota. That's where heat indices could be up to maybe 110 degrees. So pretty hot. But it's not just the peak heat index during the afternoon. It's also the overnight lows that are going to be in a record territory. We don't see lows in the mid to upper 70s this early in the season, but we could do that for tonight, Sunday morning, and also Monday morning. And that just prolongs the heat. You don't get any relief overnight, so that becomes a concern as well. So we'll be keeping a close eye on that. So make sure you're drinking plenty of water throughout this weekend, even if you're not thirsty. Stick to water if you can. Take frequent breaks in the AC. Don't do any strenuous activities outdoors. And just keep in mind, if you're going to head out to the pool, the UV index this weekend is about a 9 or a 10. That's burn time in 10 or 15 minutes. Put on your sunscreen. And please always remember to never leave pets or children in a car for any amount of time, and check on your elderly neighbors as well. Here's a recap of today. It's going to be storms this morning, sunshine for the afternoon. The winds will pick up through the afternoon, and then highs get into the mid-80s to about the low 90s. As we go into tonight, we have lows that are in the mid to upper 70s. The winds stay quite strong. It's going to be very humid with a clear sky. So kind of nasty out there for tonight. And then tomorrow, mid to upper 90s, maybe 98 there in Tama. We'll look at the winds remaining quite strong, and the sunshine continues. So try to stay inside if you can, or be at the pool wearing your sunscreen. Same conditions for Sunday with the sunshine. And then in the 7-day forecast, we are still very warm and humid throughout next week, but the chance for rain is increasing. This looks to be some heavy rainfall every single day next week. And what we're looking at as far as totals are concerned, a chance for 2 to 4 or more inches from Highway 30 on north, 1/2 inch to 2 inches in our southern counties, but flooding is going to start to become a concern as we go through next week.